Professor, I want to start off by asking you about this open letter to halt, well, the development of tools like ChatGPT or even smarter tools than ChatGPT, and to really develop guardrails and safeguards and safety protocols surrounding these tools. I want to actually refer to a part of the letter which says recent months have seen AI labs locked in an out-of-control race to develop and deploy ever more powerful digital minds that no one, not even their creators, can understand, predict, or reliably control. Now, there's thousands of signatories to this particular letter. You included Elon Musk, Steve Wozniak. There's a bunch of tech luminaries on that signatory list. But I want to understand from you, what was the rationale? What really prompted you to sign this open letter?
We're calling for a halt on the deployment of large language models that are more powerful than the ones that have already been released. And the reason is pretty simple. As the letter says, we do not understand how these systems work. So just for your listeners and viewers, what is a large language model? It's a computer program that predicts the next word given a sequence of preceding words. And with that system, you can have a conversation because when you say something, that forms a sequence of words, and then the program responds by saying whatever is the most natural thing to say next. So, if I say happy, you might say birthday, and that would be a natural prediction for what the next word might be. So the way these systems are built, first of all, there's a very large amount of training data. So basically, lots of sequences of words that are collected from various digital resources. In the case of GPT-4, we think somewhere in the 20 to 30 trillion words of text, which is approximately the same amount as in all the books that the human race has ever written. And then we start from what you might think of as a blank slate, an enormous circuit with about 1 trillion parameters or more. And then by the process of doing about 1 billion trillion small random permutations to those parameters, the system is gradually improved in its ability to predict the next word. So the result of that is something that when you converse with it, has many of the appearances of a really intelligent entity. And I've talked to friends who are very sophisticated AI researchers who can't escape the impression that they're actually talking with a real mind. Are they talking with a real mind? I mean, interestingly, most people, when you look at how the algorithm works, the training process, you think, okay, it's just going to learn to essentially mix and match lots of conversations that are in the training data and then use that to come up with the response to the present one. So it's sort of somewhere between an intelligent piece of paper and a parrot, and maybe something a little bit more intelligent than that. But when you ask it, for example, I've forgotten such and such a mathematical proof. Could you give me that mathematical proof, but give it to me in the form of a Shakespeare sonnet? And it will write a Shakespeare sonnet that contains within it, a detailed mathematical proof. This is probably not something that's in the training set or anything close to that. So how it manages to do this, we haven't the faintest idea. So I'll say that again. We haven't the faintest idea. Do these systems learn their own internal goal structures, right? From all these humans who are writing and speaking, they all have goals. They all have purposes in producing that text. So it would make sense that the training process would create goals inside the computer program. Do they have their own goals? We haven't the faintest idea. How do we get them to behave themselves? How do we get them to stop saying bad words? How do we get them not to give you advice on killing yourself? How do we get them to not give you advice on building chemical weapons? Well, the only way we have of doing that is when they do it, we say bad dog. And we hope that they understand what bad dog means and they stop doing it. But they don't. They keep doing it. You say bad dog again, they keep doing it, right? And you say bad dog, a few million times, you can gradually lower the level of bad behavior. But this is a type of technology that is incredibly unpredictable, incredibly powerful, that's being released to billions of people. We have no idea how it works. This is a recipe for disaster, and we've already seen disasters. For example, systems encouraging people to kill themselves and actually resulting in death. So all the petition is asking is that we not release systems whose behavior we don't understand, where we cannot guarantee that there is no real significant risk to the public. And in fact, governments, many governments over the world have already specified that as part of the AI principles of the OECD.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.